I'm being videoed at this moment, actually, by my brother. He's decided to do a documentary on the band in case we split up soon. They'll get something out of it before I go. So this is the rare moment. I'm happy. We've got some money. Yeah, you can have the lot. Yeah, you can have my whole recording studio. Yeah, they're all yours. I don't know. What day are we on? Monday, isn't it? Oh, it's Tuesday, isn't it? What are we on? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know. What do you think? Tuesday's a shit night to go out there, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow would suit me better, I think. It could do. Yeah. The only thing is I have to leave at about 11 from there, don't I? So 2.5 grand.
2.5 grand?
By the looks of things, yeah.
From whom?
From the French label. Well, we're getting the contract. They're sending it tonight, so they're on the case. And if there's no hassles on it. Hello. Can you help me? You're ringing me. How come you're asking if you can help me? Well, my name's Tim. The phone just rang here, and I just picked it up, and then you said, "Can I help you?" Yeah, this is a mystery. I have no idea what this means. All right. God. Speak at the phone. You know.
That's happened to me.
Can I help you? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're in the same boat, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how it happens, but
that's the first time it's happened to me. Yeah, well, we got 2.5 grand. I think it's going to be about from the French company.
Does that mean it's coming out over there?
Yeah.
When? Today's Feb the 4th, by the way. There's the phone again.
If you want to record this, is it? Hello. Oh yes, hi. Hi. All right, how are you? Good. Yes, hang on a second. Joanna? Joanna? It's Judy. Fine.
Well, we hope so. Well, so they're giving you 2.5 grand?
Yeah, that's to pay for various things. It's advance plus money for films and things like that.
Shouldn't she be calling Paul first?
She has called.
Oh, she has, all right. So this means you can make a video, Super 8 rather. Super 8, not?
No, I mean, this means that we can press the record.
Over here?
Mm.
Right.
That's about all it means. We still can't put up any posters or anything else. But she says that she's getting some money for it. And
yeah.
She is offering to pay for a video.
She should offer to pay for this one. This is the one that's going to make you famous, then.
Oh, well, the one is the what for?
Yes, that's right. You're going to be in the great stitch-ups like Graham Taylor and all the other heroes who thought the video would vindicate them.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, it's up to you. Because I'm just a recorder. I have no say in any of this.
Full editorial.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, we were expecting this. It's not a surprise, but it just means that it's happening a bit faster than normal.
Yeah.
Not faster than it should be. But just we had total ring up today. Total independent distributors. It was 5 months after first being asked what the deal was for them to cut and distribute the record. They finally got back to us and given us absolutely fucking appalling fucking deal.
Really?
Yeah. They won't press the record until they've got some money. So either we've got to give them some money.
Yeah.
Or they have to get us a deal abroad to sort of raise sort of some, if they could get a sort of deal in Germany and get sort of an advance, a couple of grand that will pay for it, and then they'll then spend it on us. So it's like, well, thanks a lot. This isn't doing it.
So what are you going to do? You can take it?
No.
Have you actually told them that, or it's more or less?
Paul's going to speak to the boss about something like that. God, this is so tedious. Yeah. Speak to the boss to see whether, I don't know what the situation is. It's just all losing interest in it entirely. See whether they can get another deal, whether they can bypass this or whether it's the final offer sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then we've got the letter this morning. And anyway, that's all that. It's a fucking bullshit. I mean, this is, Paul's been ringing them up 3 times a day some days just to get a reply, just so that they can say what they want from us.
Yeah.
And it's taken 5 months from the first sort of time.
Yeah.
And when they were saying, oh, well, you haven't got it out yet. When are you going to put the thing out? Because it was reviewed some time ago in one magazine. How come it's taken so long? We're not sure if we want to do it. And then they take 5 months replying, telling us, delaying it till after Christmas, all this. And now we're going to get it out in January, which is the whole reason we were going to do it. All because of Total. Tony Pototo is his name. At Total Independence. And he is...
on the tape it'll sound like Tony...
No, it's fucking... libel is acceptable if it's
it's
based on
true.
truth. Yeah.
In which case it ain't libel. Right.
This guy has been in a meeting for 5 months, or at Meedem, or on holiday, or God knows what he fucking does. But he hasn't. I don't know how he doesn't manage to piss himself, because he hasn't got time to make a phone call back to us. How he managed to take a piss in the day is a miracle with his fucking busy schedule.
Mm. Well, he's full of shit as well, Bill.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had a letter this morning from fax from Trace in America, which is a bit sort of unnerving, because she sort of offered us a management contract, which, even though she's really brilliant and absolutely great on everything, it's we never actually asked to do a management contract, and suddenly it's like talk of giving 10% away on any deal we do in America. Even though they may want to deal with us direct.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Seymour Stein, for instance, the guy from who signed Madonna, who called up. He heard about us because I did an interview on some Connecticut radio.
Yeah.
And some band he heard of got in touch with them, got in touch with the radio station. The radio station then sent them the only CD they had of us, which they then gave to their boss, Seymour Stein. And he liked it and is now going to fly over from the States to see us with our next gig, just to see us. Now, this isn't really anything to do with Trace, with all due respect to her. She didn't really have to do any of this. And to ask for 10%, originally 20%.
But that's standard. Managers do that. They don't expect...
And this is of gross.
Well, sure.
Gross, which is another thing.
Not net.
Yeah, which I now know the difference.
Oh, there's a difference.
The difference between eating and not eating.
That's right.
Really, from our point of view.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking tragedy. Cause, it could be a tragedy, because if you do a tour and you say you gross 10 grand a night and your overheads are 12 grand, which is quite often the case.
Yeah.
You lose money because you're promoting an album somewhere along the line. Hopefully you'll try and get a deal or whatever. You just think, well, it's going to be worth it in the long run. You've still got to then pay 20% of the 10 grand that you grossed.
Yeah.
So you still owe 2 grand per gig or whatever it would be. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. But you've got to then find it out of your own money to pay your manager.
Yeah. They
didn't have to go out and tour and sleep in fucking transit vans or whatever it might be, or do the work. They make a few phone calls in the warm office. It's
But that's true of all managers, though.
Yeah,
agents.
but some of them have been. Well, I mean, she has been with us for some time, but she is on a wage. That's sort of slightly the bone of contention, is that she's saying, "Look, well, I want a percentage." Well, Paul Capp, our manager, hasn't earned a penny off my drug hell for 3 years. None of my drug hell have earned a penny for 10 years.
Yeah.
In fact, we've lost money by paying for our own costs, which you'd like to think would be the record company's job.
Yeah. But then you are the record company.
Well, we are having to be the record company, but we can't avoid it.
Yeah.
But, I'd dearly give anything to find someone else who will just take care of it all, so we don't have to deal with this stuff. I look at contracts before I've even eaten anything. I'm reading contracts this morning and making phone calls about the contract. This is kind of quite regular. It's just contracts and business all the time. How do you feel like that? How can you feel like a Sid Barrett character or a lost in the clouds artist that is what you're meant to be, what they all think you are. How can you be that thing? When all you do is you think about sort of, is it 12.5% or 15% we're getting? When you're talking stuff like that and thinking, well, can we get it up to 15? It's like, instantly I'm Mick Jagger now, I did not want to be.
Mm.
I wanted to be Sid Barrett, not Mick Jagger, But it's like, if I try to be Sid Barrett, I'm going to end up with, like Sid Barrett.
You get more chicks if you have Mick Jagger.
Yeah. But, you end up nuts. It's the broken nuts.
Well, Sid Barrett.
Huh?
Sid Barrett did go nuts.
I know.
There's a moral to that story.
That's what I'm saying. You go nuts because you get screwed. Well, then again, he was screwed.
Yeah, no.
Bad analogy.
Yep, it is. Doesn't work, that one.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
And then if it all falls apart, my name is the only fucking name on the contract, so I get fucking sued. And then that could be, 6 months of litigation for all I bloody know. Because of some little clause in the contract that we never fucking had a chance to. Couldn't.
You can stall Trace, though, until after this gig, because after this gig,
we can stall
if
Trace
this guy, is it Silverstein, whatever he's called?
Seymour Stein.
Seymour Stein.
Silverstone.
Well, Seymour, whatever he's called, Silverstone. Yeah, if he digs you, then
look,
you might get a contract next day.
We don't want to screw Trace. I mean, Trace is really excellent.
Well, she's trying to screw you.
She's not trying to screw
Wow, screwed.
It's just that, there's so many things that you have to consider. Because we've suddenly got this contract, like, can we sign this between My Drug Health? One, she's, God, I could just can't forever, it is boring, but they still can't spell on the drummer's name. It's Joe.
Still?
Yeah, Tim Bulstrode. It's unbelievable, on the contract twice. No, this is after, you just wouldn't believe how much shouting has gone on about this. How many faxes. His name is Joe Bultitude. It was originally Tim Bultitude. It's now Joe Bultitude. That's not too difficult to remember. Instead we get Paul Balustrode in the articles. They're sending it out still with the wrong guy's name, and I get Joe ringing me up and saying, well, the band doesn't fucking care because no one fucking cares about what's going on because they can't even get my fucking name right. He told me that a year and a half ago or a year ago, and I was so embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry, man. I know it's insulting. It is insulting, and I'm not even blaming him for that. But I was on about that a year before that. It's like 2 years now, 2.5 years. They cannot fucking get the drummer's fucking name right. It's like, have I got to fight my life to get our drummer to have his name spelled right when it's on the back of the fucking records? And I'm still arguing over that every bloody day. It's just extraordinary,
Yeah.
Absolutely extraordinary. Am I so highly strung, or is the world just so fucking crap? Not the world, but the music industry so fucking crap. Because that seems to me the thing. That's why people get driven nuts. Not because they start out fucked up, but because everyone fucks you up all the bloody time. They don't give a shit. They just don't give a fuck. They think that you're just a little fucking product. And that you don't have a fucking opinion on anything. You make it happen. You make it into the thing that you wanted. That they then say is brilliant, and then they don't think that you had anything to do with it. Oh, and that you shouldn't have anything to do with it in future. We're the one that made you. They couldn't write a fucking line of a song. They couldn't put two chords together. They can't do anything, these people. They know nothing about music. No more than the next guy with sort of a brown jacket or leather jacket would know. They know about the same as him. They've got an opinion. That's it. That's all they've got. Opinion. If you got the next guy from Camden, to sort of, you've given him a chance to sign acts for 10 years, he'd have had some hits. Anyone could have done. You just pick the ones who say, they've got a good-looking singer. She's nice. They got some songs. Yeah, I think they might go far. Everyone does it every time they watch MTV. On Top of the Pops, they go, that band was pretty good. That band's a load of shit. This is not a talent. It's just doing what everyone else does. Doing it a little earlier because you have the chance to see them a little earlier. This is no talent involved. Just having an opinion and being into it. That's all you've got to be. And these guys think they've written your album for you. That's how they fucking act. And they give you 20%. They take 80%. 20% goes to the band, entire band, and the manager. 80%. That's a good deal. In fact, we're on a fucking good deal. It's normally they take about 85%. The band's on about 15%. But then they screw you again because they then take off deductions all over the fucking shop. Packaging deductions, 10% off CD cost because of the breakages, which is like, give me a CD, I'll willingly try and bust it for you. But I won't be able to probably because they don't break.
What about writers' royalties? Isn't that...
Writers' royalties is about the only chance I have in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have it, that's the only thing they can't fucking touch because it's the radio they have to pay you.
Yeah.
And the record companies can't get involved. So that is the only way you can do it. But in America, they take 50%. If you get a signed publishing deal, they still take 50%. That means that, Lennon McCartney, say, in America, I'm not exactly sure what their deal is, but it could have even been worse than this. They said they're quite talented boys, I think one would agree, they can write a few good tunes. But Lou Gray made more than them, whoever it was. Because, there's two of them to split the songs. And he was only 50%. They get 25% each. Do you think that's a fair deal? Do you think that's the way it should be?
Well, it's fair if they sign. I mean, you could say
Apple. Another way of doing it.
Well, yeah, I know. It's Hobson's
now
choice,
people are
sure.
doing it their own way, but
Yeah. I mean, this is your record company, more or less, in England, isn't it? I mean, you call the shots with...
I'm the only one who put in any
with Voltone.
So far.
Yeah, but you might end up a massive K, you could...
I'm not going to...
It's like, Andrew Lloyd Webber owns his own publishing and owns everything.
Yeah, but we've already got to give 5% to someone who originally wanted 40%, and, Trace wanted 10%, and, they all said, well, we've been working for you. I was like, well, yeah, but we're working every fucking day.
Mm.
They did some work 2 years ago, which was very useful, but this was 2 years ago, and we're working every day on this bloody thing, going nuts till midnight, going out, trying to sort stuff out all the time. Every time we go out, it's still business. You're still doing business all the time. Saying, we've got to meet so-and-so at this gig, and maybe he can help us out. So you're doing night and day just to scratch up a few thousand quid. And write the songs, and form a band, and try and get a rehearsal with the, people who are also saying, I'm sorry, I can't rehearse for the next 3 weeks. I've got a restart for 2 weeks. Our drummer has to restart for the next 2 weeks.
Well, this got now?
Yeah. So we got an album we're supposed to start recording, which again, with our own money, in, God knows, 6 weeks' time, and I can't get the band together. Trying to get a rehearsal room, we can't afford a rehearsal space, so we're trying to scam a friend has kindly offered a place, but he hasn't run back in a week and a half.
Who's that?
Eric.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it's in Twickenham. I don't even know if anyone can get to Twickenham because everyone lives so far away. It's just like there's an extreme amount of apathy, which isn't really surprising after all this time. You get to a point where it's just like, well, it's all very well it happening in America, but for us, we're still doing our restart interviews. We're still on the dole. No one sent us a penny. And they're expecting us to pay for everything. It gets to a point where you just sort of think, well, this is a bit fucking crap, isn't it? Even if we make it happen, we're going to end up with a fraction of any money that we actually generate. And we end up with the breakdowns and the litigation and all the other shit that could happen, that it's going to fall on our heads. It's a shitty fucking industry. It's fucking,
I'm sure we'll end on that line,
And also, this is just sort of day to day I'm talking about. I've had this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Not had a single reply from anyone from a record company for 10 years or 8 years. Saying that I can see it. Just ring us up and fuck us about. So you can ring us off. Hello? Yeah, hang on a second. Joanna? For you who... It's just... I don't know. We've been pissed around. This total thing, spending 5 months to get them to give us one fax back. Just faxing them almost every day, phoning them up 3 times a day. This is when we'd said to them 5 months ago, this is fucking urgent. We have to get this out, like, now, because it's... And 5 months later, they finally give us what their deal is. And it's shit, as I said.
Were they the company who kept saying they wanted it out before Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
This is February, by the way, folks.
Yeah. I should also add 3.5 years, 4 years since I first got offered a deal by Shimmy Disc, which is the album we started doing. So if I seem like a bit, over the top, bear in mind I've been going 4 years just to get this album released, and I moved the fucking gear the night before the recordings. I had to move all the equipment in at night. So from I don't feel that there's been a lot of help, especially from Paul, our manager, and there's been dribs and drabs of help from here and there, but mostly there hasn't been anyone else really for most of the time. On the sort of areas where they should have been.
Yeah.
Hence 4 years down the line, I'm seeing if I can raise the money, as is Paul, as is our bass player now, just to get the record out. This is a record that's hasn't had one single bad review in America. It's like 25 reviews, just almost unanimously brilliant reviews. And we can't persuade a record company in England to even put it out to front sort of 3,000 quid or something, 5,000 quid. I haven't been able to. I wanted to make music. It's all I wanted to do. For 10 years, 15 years. Just that. And I'm 31. And what was happening? I still can't get the record out. I'm still fucking going, bang my fucking head. Just to get the fucking thing in a shop. This is a what else? It's just, am I losing my fucking mind? Yes. I don't think there's any doubt about it. I feel I've lost it. I'm not a sane person, and it's quite, apparent, I'm sure. That I'm not, I haven't got all my marbles. I don't feel I've got all my marbles. If I can say that, there's got to be something wrong.
I don't know if we can use all of this. It's a very temptation.
I think what you might find a problem with is the static shot.
Well, we'll see.
Rolling. Take one.
Okay, this is the new album, guys. Do you like the artwork?
Oh wow!
Okay. First of all, no, this is the single. Australian artwork. So you've got to see this first of all,
Oh, really?
so that you know what Paul's about to have to witness. This is this is the artwork for the Australian single.
Hang on, I'll put a zoom on that.
Which, you'll be lucky if you can work out what it is, because I can hardly work it out.
Yeah, no, it looks
But
tasteful.
if you notice, I've got a great chin there, about 4 of them.
Oh, that's different artwork.
slightly different artwork, not much. And the same on the single, so just to repeat. And great legibility on the inside here as well, in case you're wondering. Because, like, how much more black can it be? Like, none more black.
You can see the other side of it.
You can see yourself on both sides. And anyway, that's the single.
Oh, lovely.
And note the choice of tracks as well. Very interesting choice of tracks.
Jesus,
Girl at the bus stop with It's Good But, like possibly the worst track to put on to represent us if we go to Australia, because they're all going to say, It's Good But, play It's Good But, and play Girl at the bus stop.
Yeah,
And
comedy band.
yeah,
Wow.
brilliant, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Wow.
Fucking smoking shot.
Extra clear writing at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is, I have to be fair. This is a sort of mock-up sort of thing.
Oh, it'll be look much
Photograph.
better.
But yeah, it'll probably be much worse. It's the smoking shot. Notice the airbrushed hand, right? The one that we abandoned because it looks so much like a fucking RoboCop hand or something.
And there's more pleasures.
Oh,
I think.
this is the best bit. Though. Look at this.
Someone taking acid on the colour. That's earring lipstick.
Yeah, Robert Smith.
Dear me.
You like your...
Oh yes, it's great.
You look very good. I think they've chosen your best side.
See if you can work out which way up it's meant to go.
See if you can work out which one's you. That's are we acid jazz now? I take it.
Yeah.
Wow, this is something else, isn't it?
It's definitely something else.
Oh, yes, it's something different.
Oh dear. Oh
A
fuck
bit
it.
of an oasis sort of
Yeah.
nod there.
Oh dear. Look at this.
Yes.
The shimmering water.
Yeah,
Fucking hell. Frightening.
frightening.
4 out of 10, folks.
4?
Fucking hell. This is it, by the way. Compare
quite likes
and
it.
contrast.
I quite like it.
Have you noticed the shot?
Yeah.
Did you catch which one's you?
Yes, I
You worked
did.
it out?
Yes, I did. It's a nice chin. I
Yeah,
think.
nice chin, same as the other chin. Yeah.
Excellent chins all round.
And Joe's got 3 chins on the single.
Mind you, have you seen him lately?
We're going to say as opposed to normal 2, but don't.
Don't quote me on
Ooh,
that.
that's a bit cool.
I will leave that in.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, we're going to see what we can do to fucking get it sort it out. And this is fucking bullshit.
Fucking
Yeah.
A. It looks.
Get yourself dated in within 2
It's
months.
so American, isn't it? It's so.
Americans, Australian.
Well, I mean, Faith No More or something, or.
Well, I think that's a suitable phrase. Think no more.
Well, on a lighter note, Tim, there's the 3 Beatles albums that Spence.
Oh, cool. Great. Excellent.
Done
I'm starting to get quite a
Well,
lot
now
of
we got some
repetition.
real music at last. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is probably quite a bit of repetition there. But well, that must have made your morning.
Yeah, man. And I had the boss who I was meeting for the first time hand this to me, the boss from the Australian record label who I've never met before. He says, "Here's the album." You know, it's like, what?
What did you say to him?
I said,
Look at that, it's terrible.
Yeah, I had to sort of wait for the moment. I mean, they've moved that, the writing, you know, they've
Yeah,
separated
yeah.
that. What the fuck's the point? You know, they've changed stereo, they've changed the fucking side, they've changed fucking everything. I mean, as you say, the back isn't quite as, you know, maybe it is in some ways an improvement, but they got the running order wrong, they got the time wrong on that. She first high 7 minutes 15.
Oh wow!
They've included the scratch noise for 3
Scratch.
minutes, they've added on.
And they've added
listed it's called Good
yeah.
Butt, you know.
So much for the bonus track. Oh, they've noticed. Yeah, it's a bonus track.
Yes, the secret bonus track,
Track,
written
yeah.
there. Secret bonus track they should have put, really. shouldn't they?
Secret. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's a kind of fright, sort of 8 o'clock in the morning. Really.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. You know,
This-
I should show you the American artwork, but I can't remember what we did with it.
Oh, this is the one
The
with like
American
demonic
cassette.
eyes on
You
it.
should see. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
You
Yeah,
might still have
yeah,
it.
that one. The one
Oh,
that.
yeah. I've only got roughs of it. That is extraordinary. I don't think you ever saw that. The cassette artwork they did. They've already changed the back of the album because you couldn't read the writing, which is like, you know.
Jesus.
But the cassette artwork, you should see it. It was just a mess. They put photos over all the folds, so that you know how you got the folds on the booklet. You know, you made a photo on each one. I specifically said, put this photo here, this photo. Completely ignored every fucking thing I said, and put these photos over the whole thing. Everything was illegible. It was just like someone had spent 5.5 minutes sort of saying, put that there, put that there, put that there. Oh, we'll try that there. Yeah, all right, okay, done. You know. Jesus. Anyway, who's in here? No one. So here's a little guy, a little chin.
Little chin. Chin chinny. Well, I take it you.
Well, I couldn't be too rude. It was the first time I met him, you know, and it was kind of like. So I gradually, sort of over the course of the thing, I started to mention. But we're going to send a fax. In fact, Paul sent a fax now saying that we were mortified. We're blaming it on you and Joe, actually, because I've already expressed my opinions. The other guys were mortified.
United Front here. Get the whipping. Cool, yeah. Well, I don't mind. This is very 80s or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, God. Can you get them to translate it themselves? Fax it. Just a bit risky signing a bit of paper that's in French. Not with hard stuff, yeah. It's just that it can be sometimes risky because sometimes one sentence can mean that they've owned your soul forever, you know.
This is on.
All right, now, so
You're on. So how was today then, Tim?
it was microwaved ice cream. It's the only way to get it at the right temperature. 10 seconds. Today. Oh God, fucking wind up, guys. Never ending wind up. Okay.
Yes, tell me.
I was woken by a phone call today. I can't really say this without being completely derogatory, but then maybe I have to be honest. Everyone keeps saying I've got to delegate. Well, not everyone. A couple of people have been telling me you don't delegate. This is why you're looking such a wreck and you're falling apart at the seams. And
my argument back is I'd love to delegate. Please give me someone to delegate to who'll do something, actually do it, you know. And with all due respect, our drummer is a very nice guy and everything, but it's not exactly the most motivated person in the world. He gets up about 2 every day. Smokes from about 3 or 4 onwards, I should think. Usually starts drinking from about 6 onwards. You know, except when there's things on and whatever. But you know, there's a write-off there. Our bass player has not the greatest memory in the world, and I'm just very fucking fuming because I was woken at 11 o'clock this morning or something. I get up about 11:30 in the morning. I'm just not early, I know. And I got pulled to book a rehearsal. You know, it's like, okay, can you take care of the rehearsals? We need the rehearsals booked. This would be very helpful. I can delegate this to you. But most of the other stuff I can't. I can't delegate contracts. I can't delegate artwork. You know, there are lots of things because you need to know how to do these things. And I'm not going to spend my life teaching everyone unless they actually want to do it, which they want to teach them. If they want to teach themselves, fine, but I'm not going to sit down and explain everything that I know already, only for them to do it half-heartedly. And anyways, I said, look, you know, you'd really be helping me if you can book the rehearsals, because that is one fucking pain in the arse. You have to make about 15 phone calls to book a rehearsal. And anyway, I've been trying to get it done, and I said, like, please do it. And it's just dragged on. We're meant to do 2 rehearsals this week, and Paul didn't get around to ringing this week. And finally, yesterday or something, I said, look, okay, look, can you sort it out for tomorrow? You know, I'm free. We need at least 2 rehearsals. We've got a gig in a week's time now, an album in 6 weeks' time, and we still can't even get a rehearsal. And can you just organise this? I'm free any day. I can make any day, but not Saturday. Got a phone call this morning. Hi, thinking about the studio, just to confirm it. I got Saturday booked for you. It's like I said twice to Paul. There's only one day I can't do, that's Saturday, and he books the Saturday. The last time I delegated to him to book something, he didn't book a drum kit. The time before that, there was a rehearsal. He forgot there was a rehearsal altogether. I went round, and he said, "Oh, are you in the area?" And I said, "We're rehearsing today." So are we? Which, you know, I'd spent fucking 2 days before dealing with that one, you know, explaining, talking about the rehearsal and whatever, and you didn't even remember 2 days later. I mean, this is sort of, you know, what can you say? It's a pain in the fucking arse, frankly. I'm really fucked off because I've got other things to fucking do other than to make sure that people remember the days. Yeah, I don't know. It just goes on forever. Honestly, I could give you about 100 examples of stuff like this fucking up. This is why I can't delegate, because it gets fucked up. It's quicker to fucking do it yourself than to delegate and then tidy up the mess afterwards. And that's what I'm doing right now. It's now 11:30. I'm waiting. Will Paul call me tonight or not? I gather he's probably gone out drinking. Hasn't called me back from this morning. The rehearsal that was booked he hadn't even got the fucking venue sorted out. Nothing sorted out. I hadn't rung up our drummer to check that he was free. Nothing. It's like, great, you know, that's great. Really nicely taken over that job. Really. Now, why don't you just sort of handle the contracts next, you know? You know what I mean? It's just sort of like, oh, fucking hell, I'm fed up with this, you know? It's like I'm all but fucking cleaning the boots of everyone. You know? And this is after 10 years. It's been like for fucking 10 years now. And I really, really do think a lot of the time about fucking giving up. And we've got so much happening for us now, man. So much fucking good shit. I'd be fucking so happy to sit down 5 years ago. But now I'm just exhausted. I'm like punch drunk. Comes a point, you know. Man, I just really would love to just get away and fucking not ever look at a fucking rehearsal room or recording studio for 10 years. Record company, fuckers. All they have to do is fuck you around. They can't be fucking asked to do a job. Do what they say they're going to do. It's all you fucking ask. So tell me what you want. Tell me when you're going to do it. Then I can work around you. No one fucking ever keeps anything they say. It's spent your whole life just redoing shit. Wondering when someone's going to finally get back to a phone you back when you run fucking 6 months before. It's fucking depressing. Really depressing. We've got the guy from Madonna. The guy who signed Madonna's coming to see us in a week's time. Flying over from the States to see us. And we can't get a rehearsal. And maybe a £500,000 deal down the drain. Who cares? What does it matter? We'll get another one the following week, won't we? Fucking here, day and night. Able to rehearse any fucking day, and I'm sitting around our drummers on a restart interview, and then he's forming his new band. Our bass player can't remember my phone number probably. I mean, it's just fucking goes on. Me and Paul, the manager, are doing fucking everything, frankly. Fucking everything. And the other guys, they could fucking do it. They are good fucking, well, they can fucking play well. They could fucking do it, but they seem to think that they're live, they're going to live to 190. You know, I'm 31. I'm going to die one day. So are they. I'm going to be old. I am old now by rock standards. You know, our bass player's 35. You know, this is like, hi guys, do you realise what the music business is fucking about, right? It's about fucking youth and fucking pop songs and whatever. And apart from that, you know, and that, like it or not, that's how most people are. That's where your record fucking, the people buy records are all under 25, 90% of them. And that's who comes to see you, whatever you think of it. That's who listens to pop music the most with the most passion. It's people under 25. I don't feel like I can subscribe anymore. Not with that thing. I should be doing something else. I should be doing sort of Serge Gainsbourg stuff or fucking, I don't know, something with a bit of weight behind it. What am I doing? I'm singing songs about bus stops. Girls at fucking bus stops that I chatted up 6 years ago when I had some lust for life still in me. It's all been knocked out of me, man. I wouldn't believe how good everything's going. Well, we're reading our album sleep, that's another thing. I really don't give a fuck about this album anymore. I started it 3.5 years ago.
Why didn't you just put yourself on the cover?
I don't want my fucking picture on the cover. I don't want to be recognised.
Your grey beard.
Yeah. The only thing that pisses me off is that people keep seeing the fucking sleeve, which we photographed 3.5 years ago for the original album, and they go, "Ooh, is that you? You look much younger." And this is like, we've only had 500 copies done. So if it becomes a big seller, you know, I'm going to be fucking the laughing stock. I'll show it to you. I'll show you the fucking album sleeve. Okay. See, does this look like me to you?
Yeah, look,
Okay.
does that look like Tim?
Does that
Well,
look like
it's
Paul?
unmistakably you.
I don't think it's unmistakably me. I think if you know me well, you might just do it. But I mean, I didn't actually look like then. I didn't look like that then.
Yeah.
I looked that looked very young for me then. But now I'm 3.5 years older. My hair is completely different. I look different. And I'm a bit fed up with everyone saying, "When was that photo taken? You look like you were 21 in it." You know, it's like you're an old man. What are you doing here, looking so much better here? You know, this is kind of like a bit depressing to think this is going to come out. Everyone's going to, you know, possibly find this a joke or whatever. Our bass player has now got about half as much hair since fucking doing that photo. I'll probably have half as much hair by the fucking time it comes out. You know, it's sort of like, I like this cover a lot. I spent a long time trying to sort this out, get it right, and I think that's a good cover. But I'm thinking of doing a Spinal Tap black cover now, because I just don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's a worse cover or whatever. I just, you know, the only thing that worries me now is my sanity, which I think is that far from the edge at times. And this could push me over, frankly. So, that's what I'm doing. Oh, this is I picked up, this is the Australian sleeve, which I sort of mentioned before. If you
Yeah,
kind of
let's have a look. So,
which, very interesting, really. What I like is not just the fact that they decided to make us look like a Romo band, you know, something that Simon Le Bon wouldn't have wanted to play in, but it's the little changes I like why they feel they've got to change stereo, because I can understand them wanting to redo the cover, because that's the sort of thing they do, but it's when they even sort of bother to actually put stereo in a box, it's like, why is that worth doing? Why do they look at that and say, no, we must change the stereo. Can't have that. No one will buy the record with that stereo. We have to put it in a box, in another form of writing. And this is, so I like this. See, we put a picture of the band on, do it like that, and sort of cover, which is roughly the same colour as our cover, not their cover. Same colours there and there and there, you know, it's a bit of theme to it, or whatever you call it. What do? They put My Dry Car reflected in the sea. Like Oasis or something.
that's the dreaded Oasis word.
Yes. TWAD 118, twaddle, that presumably stands for.
Everything fucking is appalling on this. They've listed the secret track, the bonus track, the hidden track. They've listed it. Nice one, guys.
So what's the latest on the Australia? Are they still going?
They're going
with
to redo it. I mean, he's a nice
They are.
guy. I'll say this. The guy is a very nice bloke who runs the label. It's nothing to do with him. Someone in the art department. In fact, I can name the person in the art department actually because they've credited
that?
themselves.
The guilty man or
No,
woman?
they've credited themselves. You see, I did the artwork for this. I didn't actually have the audacity to actually credit myself because I think, well, fuck it, it's only artwork, you know. What do they do? Let's find the name here. Can't seem to find it actually. What was it? Oh, it's probably on the other one actually. Quickly just check this. No, my mistake. I may be lying here. Actually, it may only be on the other one, but still, how dare anyone credit themselves for this? This travesty.
No, this is your favourite.
It's funny I can't find it now. I mean, we read it and talked about this, so it must be there somewhere. And I can't see it now. Yeah, even on the back sleeve, you see, we put the credits on the inside sleeve, not like this, by the way, because our artwork is. I have to do this really. Sorry, it's a bit of a drag. But this is our monochromatic, tasteful artwork to give us, which is deliberate because we thought we are sort of partly colourful and partly.
And it's all taken from the.
What they've done, they've done this to it.
You were right, I was wrong.
Yeah,
Video, largely.
I took those photos.
Yeah,
This could be our basement.
This could be our live.
Hello. Hi, Paul. All right, how are you? Yes, I know. He called me this morning. Except you got the wrong day. I know, that was the one day I told you I couldn't do. Twice. I know, but if I'm not available, it's not much use. Yeah. Yeah, but if I'm not available, I can't do it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but there's nothing to work on if it's a day that I can't do. I know, but why could a day off? I mean, he rang me up. I woke up this morning and he goes, "Hi, I've got Saturday for you." It's kind of like, well, I said twice. The one day I can't do Saturday. What's the point in? I know, but why ask him the first day available if you know you can't do it? Well, why didn't you ask him what other days he had? Didn't you ask him what other days he had? Yeah, I know. I mean, I've already been through this because I've spoken to Joe and whatever. I don't know what to say. You know, we were meant to rehearse this week, and now that's gone virtually. You know, all we can do is next week, which doesn't really ideally suit me because on the days, but Joe's only free 2 of those days because he was free for 2 days this week, but that's gone by already. So we're going to have to do next week on Monday and Tuesday because it's the only days left now. Yeah, it's not ideal for me though, that's the problem, but we should have done. What's fucking me off is that this has been, you know, we were meant to all. Yeah, I know, but Homet, we haven't got any money, you know. What, you want to pay for it? I know we got to do it, but we had a free rehearsal space, you know, virtually free rehearsal space, which I know, but it's only not happening next week because we've left it so bloody late. It's not. All you got to do is make a fucking phone call. Well, you know, you were with him on Saturday. All you got to do is sort it out. Well, Sunday, you stayed the night. I mean. Yeah. Well, there's every other day is ideal, but that, you know, but that one, that's. I know, but all you got to do is ask him when he's free. You know, it's just. Well, yeah, I know, but not just the only day.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, but you know, all you have to do is find out what days he's free, and then for what days we're free, and then you match them up. I know, but I already told you the days. I know, but I told you all the other days are free. That's the first day. Well, you know, like I say, any day but Saturday. Okay, except that Joe says that he can only really do Monday and Tuesday. The problem is I've got Wednesday. He's got Wednesday busy. I'm booked on Monday afternoon, so I can only probably make it to yours by 5:30 at the very. I just wanted to do 2 rehearsals this week and 2 next week. Now we've lost to 2 this week. We're down to 2 next week. You know, well, it's not funny. It's still going to be next week, though, isn't it? I mean, it still leaves only 2.
What's up?
Well, maybe I've been unfair on Paul. I don't know, really. It's just, or crossed wires or whatever. I don't know. He said he hadn't booked this Saturday. That was the first day for it. It's just that his mind works in a totally different way to the way mine works. I don't understand how his works, and it's just totally different. That's all I know. And that I would do things much more straightforwardly. I would just find the days that everyone's free, ring up the studio, book them. That's how I do it. Not after everyone their days are free, then forget them, then ring up the studio, then ask them when they're free, and then book it, and then get back to everyone and find that there's the wrong days, and then go back to the studio and then ring everyone and do that a few times. That's my different approach. I'm probably being a little sarky here. It's not quite like that, and he means well, and he's offering to pay for the extra rehearsal if we can't do it there and whatever, but it's just that it's been dragging on forever, and my attitude is, if something needs to be done, you fucking do it. There's the nearest fucking chance, because, like I say, we haven't got the rest of our lives to fucking do this. I'd rather fucking be given up by now. I really fucking would. I'd be writing a book or something else. I'd probably enjoy it. Instead, I'm doing this silly pop music lark, which I no longer even believe in. I'm a fraud.
Oh dear.
I'm not, unfortunately, stupid enough to be able to delude myself. Unlike other people who are going through the motions, I know I'm going through the motions. I hope I fucking get some enthusiasm back at some stage. I don't feel like a musician, I feel like a businessman. I fucking, you know.
Do you think you've reached a stage that they've already reached years ago?
Yeah, in a way I do, yeah. In a way. The fire's sort of gone. I don't know whether it's gone out forever or not, but I used to fucking play guitar every fucking, free hour. You know. Sometimes it's a fucking chore to me to pick up the guitar now. And I've been hanging out to this for so fucking long. And now, the album that I recorded 3.5 years ago, everyone's saying fucking a classic or whatever, something on that line. Every song is good. Every single song. I've had that lots of times. It's very nice to hear. And at the same time, really fucking depressing, because I think I could have been doing this for years like that. Giving people albums like that. And now I don't even want to fucking pick up the guitar and smash it.
You should join a Who covers band then.
Yeah, that's what I nearly did with my money. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to say. It's just, I just hope that I fucking get into it at some point. Because, it's a bit too fucking close to the Kurt Cobain syndrome of I don't feel the music in my head anymore. And your suicide note. I can fucking relate to that very fucking strongly. It's not funny. When you know that you lost it, and especially when you got an audience who sort of go, ah, you're great, and you go, you fucking dickheads. Why don't you fucking see it? I mean, that's probably not fair, actually. They should, because when you're on stage, you fucking do feel it sometimes, especially now. It's about the only time I feel alive sometimes still, is actually on stage. Because I can, explode a bit and say what the fuck I want in the microphone, be anything I feel like being at that moment. That's kind of fun. There's some fun to be had there still. Even if it's only just piss everyone off, whatever. There's certain things that can be done. I'm thinking of announcing our last ever gig at the next one. Just to see the faces of the rest of the band. I think that'd be a laugh. I might do it, I don't know.
It'd be nice for this guy who's signed Madonna.
Yeah,
Witness this.
Have I
You'd
mentioned
enjoy-
that before on this? I can't remember.
Yes, yes, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking funny if I told him that South Africa he's flown over from the States. Because they fucking split up. That'd be excellent. That has to be done, I think. And it's like I feel like I'm fucking everything up. I've done everything so well in many respects for so long. Like really, you know, kind of knowing what you should say in interviews. Like now I'm saying stuff that I should not be saying. It's like Elton John's one. You know, I should really be much more guarded than I'm being because I won't look good. And I know I won't look good. You don't say things like I'm too old and then allow people to see it. It's the worst fucking thing you do. Puts everyone off totally. And I know it. Part of me knows it. The part of me just doesn't give a fuck. It's like changing the artwork. I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't put it to a black sleeve. And it'll fucking cock it up. It's a worse sleeve, and I know it before I even started that it's going to be a worse sleeve. But I don't care, and I sort of want to sort of self-destruct. I think there's a part of me that just wants to, self-destruct. And I don't believe in suicide, so I can't do that. So I have to do something else, and the only way I can do it is by just making something really good, and then doing everything you shouldn't do. And just telling everyone that. You know, I said in an interview the other day, which Paul was not pleased with, actually. I warned him recently that don't trust what I'm going to say in interviews now because I've sort of lost it, you know. And I said, what was that?
Has he seen it?
Yeah, he saw one of the interviews. But the guy was very nice. He cut out all the shit I was talking. Just kept the good stuff. I mean...
I haven't seen that.
God, PI magazine or something like that. He's a really nice guy. Yeah, he could have crucified me with the stuff I was saying easily, you know, and he kept kind of the stuff so I didn't look too bad. But I said one thing, which was, you know, if you think we're good now, you should have seen 6 years. We were great then. Now... You know, that's not the sort of thing you say to people, is it, really? Not when you're trying to sort of build the band up. It's like sort of, no one's going to want to see that. You know.
Paul wasn't too crazy about that. No.
He said he wasn't sure what line of it. He said there's a couple of things I said. He didn't specifically pick out that line. There's something else I said. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, that I was turning into Van Morrison. A bitter, twisted fuck up or something, I said. And he said, I don't think that's a good analogy to use, you know. Someone who's that old, etc. It's like I take, you know, it's the only enjoyment I have. It's sort of destroying it at the moment. It's just sort of thinking, yeah, you guys, you sort of, you know, you could have been into it fucking years ago. You could have put as much into it, or a tenth as much as I was putting into it, in terms of wanting it to happen, and actually.
But is your beef really with the rest of the band then?
It's with everyone. The music business. It's not with the rest.
But you can't blame,
See, Joe,
Paul Caff. It's not his fault.
Paul Caff has been fucking absolutely very.
Well, in a way, you
very
could,
good.
and your fans.
And actually,
well, the small handful that we have. I mean, you could say you owe it to them.
I know.
You know, it's not, half these people. It's not like they ever saw you. Yeah, they never saw you 6 years ago.
I know. This is what they all say, and this is what I should try to get all this shit out of myself. In a way, maybe that's why I'm saying it in interviews, because I think that in a way, each time I say it, I feel slightly lighter. I'm no longer carrying it around on my own. You know, and telling it to just a few people doesn't seem to do it. I feel like it's like a public confessional. I've got to sort of come clean in front of the nation like an Oprah Winfrey. Say, I am a fraud. You know. You know, so there's a bit of that. Maybe I'll sort of, you know, suddenly I'll shake it all off. Something will come along, and I'll sort of suddenly realise after 2 weeks into a tour or something, and it's going really well, and I suddenly go, God, I'm enjoying this finally. Maybe, you know. And I fucking pray I do, because it's a tragic waste. I really do. It's a tragic waste of a talent. My fucking talent. That R.I.P. You know, it really is. Oh, shit. I mean, I wouldn't even do this a long time ago. I wouldn't, you know, I said this a year and a half ago, less than that, and Pino wanted to do a video of us and someone. I said, I don't want to be shot on video, because video's so unflattering. It's so fucking flat. I hate video almost as much as I hate CDs. And I hate them, and it's like, now I'm letting you do it. I know it looks even shit, making it look so fucking dreadful. But it's because I don't care anymore, that I don't give a fuck, and it's not good. I know it's not good. Part of me knows it's just stupid. I should think. But I can't keep it together anymore. I'm falling apart too much, really. It's all very well falling apart, semi-falling apart. It can be romantic, but I've gone past the romantic level of falling apart. I've hit the very sad level, you know, where it's really is just sort of sad. You think, poor fucker. You know, that's probably what you're thinking. Oh, that all egotistical fucker, but not like much better than that. You know.
Oh, I've done it. Yeah, it's on.
Okay. So another phone call. We sorted out after numerous phone calls, at least we were booked in for Monday and Tuesday. We can do our first rehearsal. We are booked to record our next album in 4 weeks' time, by the way. 4 weeks' time.
Do you think you'll still be
Go now.
going in 4 weeks?
Who knows? I want to keep going to try and do this album. I would like to get another album out of us, at the least. Hopefully we can do one other album that's good. I really fucking hope so. If it's shit, I won't release it or something. I don't know. But that's what we've got to do. If we can do 2 albums, then we're on the map in terms of musical history, and then everyone can say what a tragedy it was. It all won't say fucked up, but at least it won't be one album. Then God, if only they'd done one other. That's a real bummer. There's only one good album about that. You fucking know when you're enough 2 albums, you speculate like big stars.
Television.
Television, yeah. Yeah, at least you know, even though the second one was pretty crap.
Ooh.
Yeah, in comparison.
Yeah. And there'll be the live album. The soundtrack album for this.
Cassette, yeah.
Inside My Drug Hell.
Yeah.
Live. Dregs. And then
Paul's
the best.
actually been quite good. I mean, I have to counteract. Paul surprises me every so often and comes up with something. He's sort of now offering to pay for rehearsals if we can't do it any other way and whatever. He said he's risking his job to do this, every day.
But it's not.
He probably is a bit.
It's all talk.
I don't know, but he would.
But it's fine. It's how it's working.
Yeah, seems to be.
Your normal, average.
We've got what it is. This is Paul, the manager. Say hi.
The manager. Hi.
Hi. And we know him.
And that's this is Tim, the singer.
And the issue is
Paul's to be the singer.
well, tell us all then.
The distribution deal. I mentioned that the joke, the shitty one that was given by Total and Tony fucking Potato Head, dickhead of all dickheads, came up with a shitty contract 5 months after initially offering it to us. It was one that meant that we had to pay money basically to get the record out, almost literally. Your camera's flashing, by the way. But
I think the tape is about to come to an end. That's my theory.
Anyway, we've now.
We'll be able to edit this.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to show this because what is happening down there?
Origami.
This is a bit of my drug hell.
Yes, that's right. There's no civil criminal.
It's a celebration.
We're in Amsterdam when we're going.
Yeah, that's right.
I live in Amsterdam.
Welcome in Amsterdam. Only through chemicals does this man have any chance of happiness.
It's going to be shown to manic depressive to cheer them up.
That's right. Here we go. Look
People
at that.
realise we're bad.
And also, to anyone
But there's no legal proof that is an illegal substance merely by visual.
Oh, yeah, prove that one.
Prove it. That could be chocolate. Milad. Here's a man. This is his drug hell, or it's some sort of.
What were we going to say? Oh, yeah. Okay, now we got the deal. The shitty deal has been, luckily we can now reject because we got another offer which Paul sorted out with a company called Shell Shock, and they are paying for the cost of pressing the album, not the single. We've still got to come up with the money for the single and for quite a few other bits and bobs like a plugger, all sorts of little shitty things that are boring, posters, a video at some point, etc.
Postcards.
Well, it'd be nice to do postcards.
Right,
like that.
fine.
But anyway, so that-
not really
Yeah,
familiar.
just that sort of.
All the little things that can make a difference. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of them,
Whether we'll
one
do
postcard means that someone DJ plays it because they, whatever, it's well worth it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the postcards we got from the American record label I use all the time, so it'd be sensible to have our own, which would be colour. Colour. Yeah, £110 per thousand.
This angle is all wrong, but it's like getting the lights back there.
So what's the situation? Anyway, Paul's got this contract, so that looks good. Means that we've got somebody's going to put it out, and they'll probably be on the case, unlike sort of waiting 50 years like Total.
Yeah.
And also we're going down tonight to see Sophie.
Right.
With Henge, because she's got us the deal with a French company called Night and Day, and that's they've sent us a contract, but they sent it in French. 11 pages of French, which is not the normal thing. Normally you do not have this happen, but at least apparently she says it's
That's what
a good
Sophie's
contract.
for.
Yeah, she's doing it all for nothing, and she's translating it. We're going down, and she'll put it translated, and Paul's going to go through and just get some of the terms kind of put into stuff, English or whatever. But it's basically apparently fine. It's got all the stuff that we asked for about analog, so we don't cut it on digital shit and all that sort of thing. So that's falling into place. I mean, we're about 3 or 4 grand probably short of getting the record out, sort of without it being an embarrassing whimper.
Saw them on Monday.
Yeah.
Today is Friday and got the contract.
Yeah, they've been good, that shell shot.
And there's, there's nothing to argue about with it either. It's kind of a relief.
And this is, as we were saying earlier, the nearest to happiness I'm likely to get out of rock and roll.
It's been cool on film. Great.
That's what it's come to. That's why we all end up fucking junkies.